Hey again, my trumpet friends. So we're going to spend a little bit of time just reviewing how to read notes. Since we're spending a lot of time on our own, I want to make sure that you guys are really understanding how to read music on your own and figure it out without your teacher there to help you every day. Because it's a little tricky, and sometimes grandmas, grandpas, moms, dads, aunts, and uncles can't help us so much with this stuff. So, we're going to take a look at our music staff here, okay? So we know that we have 5 lines, 4 spaces. Does anybody know what this little guy over here is called? Looks kind of like a snail. Right, so this one has 2 names. We call it either our treble clef and our G clef. And the reason why we call it our G clef is because this little snaily part, the circly part, it circles around G. So you can always, if you're lost, it's kind of like the North Star. If you're lost, you can always figure out, oh, that's where my G is, so I can figure up and down from there, right? Okay, so the way that I like to remember my lines on my staff are with a very silly sentence. So the one I like to use, there's a million of them, but mine is, elephants got big, dirty feet. Can you say that with me? Elephants got big, dirty feet. So, do we start at the bottom or the top? Good, we start at the bottom. So, we have elephants on the bottom. So that's our E. Elephants, we know that's G. Got. What one would come next? Big, B. Next. Elephants got big, dirty. Elephants got big, dirty feet. Right? So E, G, B, D, F. Some of the other ones maybe your teacher used. Every good boy does fine. Another funny one I like is empty garbage before dad flips. Okay. Now, the other ones we have in here are space notes, right? They're the ones that like to live between the lines. They're little astronauts. They're our space notes. So, the way we remember that is space spells. What word does it spell? Let's see. F, A, C, E. What word does that spell? Face, right? And we always start at the bottom and go to the top when we're doing these things, okay? So, these are how we can remember our notes on the staff. So if you ever get stuck with that stuff, because sometimes it gets tricky, just remember you use elephants got big dirty feet or F-A-C-E, okay? Now, for my trumpet friends, we also get a bunch of stuff down here, right? We have some notes down here. So, this one, our space note that's below the staff, is our D, right? So you can think D face, okay? And then below that, we have one line, and on that line, we have, this was probably one of the first notes you guys learned, and you ladies learned, we have C. Right? Now, if you notice, when we're going down, right, we go D, C, the next note lower is B, so we're going backwards in our alphabet, right? D, C, B, so what would be the last one that I'm going to ask you to figure out today? What would be the one that's even lower than B? One below B. Go backwards. D, C, B, A, right? A, B, C, D, E. Okay? So if they're underneath the staff, just remember you're going to go backwards in your alphabet to figure them out. Okay? So that's how you figure out those notes, guys. Before we go, I got one more quick game for you guys to do. So I have some amazing little flashcards here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a flashcard, and I want you to see if you can tell me what note it is before I tell you. Okay? So take a second. Think about line or space, and then think what space it's in. So this one's C, okay? Because it's in that third space. Let's see if I can show you all these things at once. Okay? This one's B. D. right? Because this is right below the line. A, because this is on our second space, F-A. E, first line, elephants. F, first line, first space, so F. G, elephants got, and notice, spiral, G. Last one. One line through it, C. And then we have two challenge ones. This one is B. This one is A. Nice work, guys.